Hello and welcome to today's 5 Petals Top Health Tips with yours truly, Dr. Angela Rauter, your favorite husky voice doctor. And today we're focusing on getting your good gut health going. The reason why I want to talk about gut health is because no matter how great our diet is, no matter how many wonderful supplements we put in our body, if our digestive tract is not healthy, we're not going to be able to break those things down, and we're not going to be able to absorb them, and then we don't get the benefit. So number one place to start for overall health and strong immunity is the gut. So I'm going to share with you today 3 supplements that I love for keeping the gut healthy. The first one is called Multizyme, and that's exactly what it sounds like. Multi as in many, zyme as in enzymes, as in digestive enzymes. The first one is called pancreatin, and it breaks down your macronutrients. So those are your major nutrients. It has amylase to break down your carbs, protease to break down your proteins, and lipase to break down your fats. It also has something called cellulase. Cellulase is an enzyme that's actually created by fungi, bacteria, and protozoa. So this is actually your healthy biome. If you have a healthy biome, your body can make this. If you don't, then you need it from Multizyme. This breaks down the tougher parts of plant food. So if you're the type of person that has a great, big, beautiful salad for lunch, and then the next time you have a bowel movement, you can actually see bits of that salad in your bowels, this is for you. It also has papain. Papain is a digestive enzyme found in papaya and also in fig, and it breaks down protein. It's protease. It's such a strong protease that it's actually used in meat tenderizers. And if the process of tenderization is not halted or stopped, it will just destroy the meat altogether. So for those of you who are meat eaters, and not just meat eaters, if you're vegan, you're still putting a lot of protein in the body, and you need to break that down. So papain is your great protease, your great protein enzyme. Another enzyme in here is bromelain. Bromelain you probably have heard of. Bromelain is found in pineapple, both in the meat and the base of the stems. Bromelain is also a protein enzyme. It's called an endopeptidase, which just means that it goes inside of the protein molecule to break those amino acids apart. It's also a very good anti-inflammatory. So if you have slow digestion and you kind of have those body-wide aches and pains or foggy head, that is a great enzyme for you to have. So that's Multizyme, pancreatin, cellulase, papain, and bromelain. Our next supplement for today is called Gut Flora Complex. So Gut Flora Complex is exactly what it sounds like. It's a complex combination of herbs to support your gut flora, which sounds so pretty to me. It sounds like flowers. So you want beautiful flowers in the gut. So the first herb in Gut Flora Complex is Andrographis. Andrographis is called in Chinese medicine Zhuangqinlian, and I do apologize if I butchered that pronunciation. Zhuangqinlian is one of my favorite antimicrobial, which means it's an antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. I mostly love it for its antiviral activities, which right now is a very important thing. Andrographis is also nicknamed the king of bitters. So bitter herbs tend to stimulate our digestive juices. So that starts in the mouth with saliva, and then it stimulates the stomach digestive juices like hydrochloric acid. And it also stimulates lower down in the small intestine, your pancreas enzymes, your liver and gallbladder bile. So it stimulates all of that. It's It's also an immune booster, which means it actually activates our immune system to fight foreign invaders. So it not only fights the invaders, it helps us fight the invaders. The next herb in gut flora complex is philodendron. Philodendron is called huang bai in Chinese medicine, which means yellow fur, and it is an immune booster. It has a constituent called berberine in it. Berberine is a strong immune booster, but it also activates cleansing of the liver. So if you're interested in this product, I do want you to reach out to me because it's contraindicated for some pharmaceuticals. So you want to be careful about that. Next, we have aniseed. Aniseed has been used for centuries, probably thousands of years, as a digestive aid. It's in digestifs, it's in aperitifs. So it's been made into medicine for many years in the liquid form and the alcohol form, because way back in the day, creating libations helped to kill bacteria and viruses in the drinking water. So it's a digestive, it increases our metabolism, it's high in iron, which is a very important thing right now. It's a kind of a buzzword, the iron and the zinc. And that's important right now because we want to have really strong, healthy red blood cells. There was a preliminary study that I read about recently that said that the mutations of COVID-19, once they have invaded the lungs and get into the blood, they attack the heme of the blood. The heme of the blood, that's H-E-M-E. The heme of the blood is where the oxygen actually attaches to in the red blood cell. So I believe that's one of the reasons the shortness of breath is so severe in the symptoms, because not only has the virus attacked the respiratory system, the lungs themselves, excuse me, but you're not getting enough oxygen in your blood either. So aniseed is also an antidepressant. It's anti-anxiety, and it helps with insomnia. It helps to help you sleep. The last ingredient in gut flora complex is oregano. Oregano is a big antibacterial. I think probably a lot of you already know that. Its active ingredient is cravicol. Cravicol actively attacks gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. So that means bacteria with a strong coating and without. It attacks Salmonella, Listeria, E. coli, Staphylococcus, Streptococcus. So it's a great antibacterial. So that is gut flora complex. Great gut and immune booster. And last but not least, one of my favorite overall everyday digestive aids is Digest Forte. And that is exactly what it sounds like a fort for your digestion. Forte, the root meaning of forte means strong or a fort. So the main ingredient in Digest Forte is an herb called gentian. Gentian's root meaning is actually king, so it's like the king protecting your fort. In Chinese medicine, gentian is called longdan sao. So this is also a bitter herb. So it's going to stimulate those digestive juices, especially the liver and gallbladder or the bile. It also strongly cleanses the liver and gallbladder. Chinese medicine, we say that it resolves dampness and clears heat. In Western medicine, that means it's an anti-inflammatory, right? When you're inflamed, you're red and hot and swollen, like there's too much fluid. It's also an antibacterial. It's what's called an anthelmintic, which means it's an antiparasitic. So it attacks and pulls out parasites from the digestive tract. It's also an immune booster. It's high in zinc. We already talked about that. It's high in vitamin B. It also has inositol. Inositol is a calmative for the nervous system, so it helps calm down feelings of anxiety or anxiousness, and it also promotes sleep. Let's see what else. Feverfew. Feverfew is an herb that helps lower fever. Easy to remember, right? It's also an anti-inflammatory. So feverfew is a good acute early onset of a cold and flu herb. It's also great for regulating menstruation, and studies have found that it's very useful in preventing migraine headaches. So it has, I'm going to forget the constituent, but it's parthenoid, which helps to keep the blood vessels of the central nervous system of the brain dilated. So it stops that vasoconstriction. For any of you who have had a migraine before, you know that feeling of early onset, and you have to take whatever you're going to take right away to keep those blood vessels from spasming, creating that throbbing headache. And then we also have tangerine peel. Tangerine peel is one of my favorite supplements. In Chinese medicine, it's called Chen Pi. Chen Pi, it just sounds happy. So tangerine peel, of course, it's going to be high in vitamin C, high in vitamin B's, folate. All of these things boost your immune system. And last but not least, ginger, the king of all herbs. I mean, what can't ginger do? So ginger is definitely, almost everybody knows, it's a great digestive aid. It's a demulcent, which means it soothes the digestive tract. It is good for ulcers or stomach acid. It helps to create peristalsis or stimulate metabolism. It's also an anti-inflammatory, so good for body-wide aches, menstrual aches and pains. See what else? Oh, it's an antibacterial. It's so good for so many things. So that's our Digest Forte. So if you have any questions or any comments about the supplements I've gone over, or just the idea of creating good gut health for yourself. And another thing I like to just point out is when I think about digestion, I don't just think about the physical digestion. I think about digestion in also in emotional and spiritual ways. So in every way, we want to think about giving ourselves and being good to ourselves what we need and breaking it down. So thinking about what we want and what we need and breaking that down in a way that's going to serve us, in a way that's going to nourish us. And last but definitely not least, I know I already said that, but this is the number one supplement you can give yourself that is going to help every part of your body. So water, especially right now, is very important because the more moist your mucosal membranes are, the better they are at trapping invaders and stopping them at the entry point. So here's to you. Cheers, and I can't wait to see you next time.